Inventions are fundamental for any kind of the human development. They enhance our lifestyle and make it better in multiple ways. Today we use many products without any knowledge about their history. Some of these products were not created for the purpose they are currently used for. They were invented for another purpose. However, by coincidence, scientists discovered the unique properties of these inventions, and these unique properties benefited people and were quickly adopted by the manufacturers. Let's take a look at these 8 things that were invented accidentally. At the age of 19, John Steele Pemberton earned his medical degree in 1850. His main interest was chemistry. He practiced surgery in medicine for a few years, but later he decided to open his own drug store. During the American Civil War, he served in the Confederate Army. In April 1865, he was attacked by the sapper's sword and had a wound in his chest. To ease his pain, he started consuming morphine. Slowly, he became addicted to the painkiller. Looking for an addiction cure, John experimented with the multiple syrups and medicines. During an experiment, he added carbonated water to base syrup by mistake, and that was how the CocaCola was invented. John decided to sell this fountain drink rather than the medicine. He sold this drink as a valuable brain tonic that cures headaches, relieves exhaustion, and calms nerves. However, after introducing Coca-Cola to the market, he soon became ill, and he sold his share in the company to the other business partners. Pfizer's scientists synthesized sildenafil citrate in a research facility in England in 1989. It was mainly studied for use in medical conditions like high blood pressure and angina pectoris, a type of chest pain. The first clinical trials were experimented in the laboratory, and the results of the clinical trials clearly highlighted that the sildenafil citrate had a little effect on angina. But interestingly, during the experiments, it induced penile erections in the subjects. Therefore, Pfizer decided to launch the sildenafil citrate as a cure for erectile dysfunction, rather than for high blood pressure and angina pectoris. The drug was patented in 1996 and was approved for use in erectile dysfunction by the FDA on 27 March in 1998. It became the first oral treatment approved to treat the erectile dysfunction in the United States. At the end of the 19th century, various scientists tried to invent metal detector, mainly for the benefit of miners. However, all those early inventions used a lot of battery power and had other limitations. Parisian inventor Gustave True developed a handheld device for locating and extracting metal objects. The US President James Garfield was struck by the 2 gunshots in 1881. Physicians failed to find the bullets in his body. To ease his pain, the president consumed morphine. In such a case of the emergency, Alexander Bell devised an instrument to detect metal bullets in the body. His device was based on a True's model. Unfortunately, the device did not detect any bullet in the president's body. He reinvented the instrument and went back again to test it on the president. And this time also did not work. After Garfield's death in September, he successfully demonstrated his instrument to the other doctors. Surgeons adopted it, and it was later used during World War I. Robert Chesebro, the inventor of Vaseline, visited an oil field in 1859. In the oil field, he learned of the road wax, a residue removed from pumps. The workers were using it to heal cuts. Robert became interested and started experimenting with it. He refined the product over the decade and finally launched it in the market as Wonder Jelly. Pharmacists did not show much interest in his product. Therefore, Robert marketed the product by indulging in the roadshows. He would burn himself with the acid or stab himself in front of people. Afterward, he put on his product and showed the people his previous healed injuries. Before his death, he admitted that he had been eating a spoonful of this product every single day for years. This product was later labeled as Vaseline. On further experimentation, it was proved that Vaseline had no curative properties. It only keeps bacteria away. Dr. Harry Wesley Couper discovered cyanocrylate in 1942 while looking for the materials to create plastic gun sights for military purposes. At that time, he was working on a chemical plant of the Eastman Kodak. He found the material to be quite sticky and therefore discontinued the research on the product. 9 years later, Harry and his team at Eastman Kodak started examining cyanocrylates again. Cyanocrylate did not give desired results. But during the experiments, a chemist and team informed Harry that he had permanently damaged an expensive refractometer by gluing it together. Harry realized that they had created a strong adhesive. Kodak started selling the adhesive as Eastman 910 in 1958. Later, they changed the name to Super Glue. After World War I, Percy Spencer, a self-taught engineer, started working in an American appliance company. While working in the company, Percy developed detonators during World War II. He earned many patents for his work. Percy accidentally discovered the heating effect of the high microwave beam in 1945. He kept an active radar in his pocket. After some time, he noticed the microwaves from the device melted his chocolate bar. The chocolate bar became sticky. Afterward, he popped popcorn with the microwave. And the second was the hard-boiling egg. And accidentally, an egg exploded in the face of one of the experimenters. Percy created a high-density electromagnetic field by feeding microwave power from magnetron into metal box, from which it had no way to escape. And that's how microwave was invented. Many of us wonder what life was like before electricity or in the internet, but imagine life before matches. For those of us who like to create a controlled flame with the strike of a match, we can think of British pharmacist and his dirty mixing stick. In 1826, John Walker noticed a dried lamp on the end of the stick while he was stirring mix of chemicals. When he tried to scrap it off, voila, sparks and flame. Jumping on the discovery, Walker marketed the first friction matches as friction lights and sold them at his pharmacy. Although advised to patent his invention, he chose not to because he considered the product a benefit to mankind, which didn't stop others from ripping off the idea and taking over the market share, leading Walker to stop producing his version. Penicillin was the first antibiotic discovered that happened in 1929 when a young bacteriologist, Sir Alexander Fleming, was tidying up his laboratory. After having been on a vacation, he returned to work to find that the petri dish of the Staphylococcus bacteria had been left uncovered, and he noticed that the mold on the culture had killed many of the bacteria. He identified the mold as Penicillium notatum, and upon further research found that it could kill other bacteria and could be given to small animals without ill effect. A decade later, Howard Florey and Ernst Chain picked up where Fleming left off and isolated bacteria-killing substance found in the mold, penicillin. The three won the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1945 for the discovery of the penicillin and its curative effect in various infectious diseases.